Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we will discuss about an important topic, that is antenatal advice. A midwife or doctor providing antenatal care, and they will check the health of a mother and baby, and they will give the useful information to help the mother to have a healthy pregnancy, including advice about healthy eating and exercises, and also a chance to discuss mother's concern and choices of care during pregnancy, labor and birth, so a mother can lead a healthy motherhood. We will learn antenatal advice in detail. We will discuss what all are the principles for antenatal advice. The first one is to impress the patient about the importance of regular checkup. Second one is to maintain or improve the health status of the woman. And last one is to improve and tone up the psychology and remove the fears. Antenatal advice include: first one is the diet, second one is antenatal hygiene, bowel, bathing, clothing, shoes, belt, dental care, care of the breast, coitus, travel, smoking and alcohol, immunization, and last one is uses of the drugs. We will see about antenatal hygiene in detail. First one is the diet. The diet during pregnancy should be adequate to provide maternal health, to strengthen and vitality required during labor, to the need of the growing fetus, and last one is the successful lactation. This is the picture that shows how much amount of weight gain during the pregnancy. The maximum weight gain during the pregnancy is about 11 kg to 16 kg. This is the picture that gives the idea about healthy eating pyramid during the time of the pregnancy. The given picture gives the idea about the pregnancy diet plan or the menu plan. So the total calorie per day, how much it is, the total fat, calcium, sodium, carbohydrate, protein and iron. The pregnancy diet ideally should be light, nutritious, easily digestible and rich in protein, minerals and vitamins. The diet should consist, in addition to the principal food, at least half liter or 1 liter of milk, plenty of green leafy vegetables and fruits. Next, we will talk about supplementary nutritional therapy. Supplementary nutritional therapy is needed for all pregnant mothers from 16 weeks onwards. Mothers with above 10 gram percentage of hemoglobin, 1 tablet of ferrous sulfate containing 60 mg of elemental iron is enough for the pregnancy. This is the picture that shows recommended daily allowances for a non-pregnant mother and a pregnant mother. It gives energy in kilocalorie, proteins, iron, calcium, zinc and iodine. Now we will see about antenatal hygiene in detail. First one is rest and sleep. Mother may continue her usual activities throughout pregnancy. Hard and strenuous work should be avoided, especially in the first trimester and the last 4 weeks. There is individual variation of the amount of sleep required for each mother. On an average, the mother should be in the bed for about 10 hours, 8 hours at night and 2 hours at noon, especially in the last 6 weeks. In late pregnancy, lateral posture is more comfortable. This is the picture that shows the details of how to sleep on a right position. Next one is the bowel. There is a tendency of constipation during pregnancy which may be related with the backache and abdominal discomfort. Regular bowel movement may be facilitated by regulation of diet, taking plenty of fluids, vegetables, warm milk, mild laxative at bedtime. Next, advice given on bathing. Take daily bath, but be careful against slipping in the bathroom due to imbalance. Next advice is on clothing, shoes and belt. Encourage the mother to wear loose and comfortable garments and avoid high-heeled shoes. Next advice given regarding dental care. Next, we'll see guidance for health professionals to share with pregnant women. These are some tips for good oral health during pregnancy and after the baby is born. Get oral health care, practice good oral hygiene, eat healthy foods, practice other healthy behaviors, take care of her mouth and her baby's mouth after the baby is born. Next, advice given regarding care of the breast. Advise the mother to get the right bra, massage if nipple get dry, maintain a very good hygiene, no sock on the nipple. If there is any complaint of crack or sore nipple, so moisturizing oil application is advised, and if there is a leakage of colostrum, nipple protectors should be applied. Regarding care, always use warm water to wash the breast. Change your bra on a regular basis. Check your breast every day for any change. Make exercise like a simple arm rotation. Next advice given regarding coitus. Regarding sexual activity, avoid sexual activity in first and last trimester, contraindicated in history of spontaneous miscarriage, ruptured membranes, placenta previa and vaginal spotting. Another advice given regarding travel. Regarding travel, certain points we must keep in our mind. Avoid jerky vehicles. Take drugs for motion sickness only with the prescription. For long journey, walk a short distance every hour. Bottom strap of seat belt should be below the abdomen. Next advice given regarding smoking and alcohol. Smoking is injurious to health. It is better to stop smoking not only during pregnancy but even thereafter. Heavy smokers have smaller babies and there is also more chance for abortion. Similarly, alcohol consumption is avoided so as to prevent fetal maldevelopment or growth restriction. Step advice given regarding immunization. Live virus vaccines like rubella, measles, mumps, varicella, yellow fever are contraindicated. Rabies, hepatitis A and B vaccines can be given as in non-pregnant state.
Tetanus toxoid. Immunization against tetanus not only protects the mother but also the neonate. In unprotected women, 0.5 ml of tetanus toxoid is given intramuscularly at 6 weeks interval for 2 such. The first one to be given between 16 to 24 weeks. Women who are immunized in the past, a booster dose of 0.5 ml IM is given in the last trimester. General advice: advise the mother to attend the antenatal clinic, instructed to report the physician if any symptoms. Advised to come to hospital if the mother is having painful uterine contractions, sudden gush of watery fluid per vaginum, active vaginal bleeding, however light it may be.